It all started with Karen Marjorie was the one that really caught my attention. She now has 18,000 boyfriends through her own AI. Just, have you been surprised by the uptick, the desire to be having these sort of really in-depth conversations with someone you feel that you know?
We've been absolutely astonished. This whole story started with me wanting to reconnect with my late father in AI form, using his voice and his personality. It turned out that was such a powerful technology that we then applied it to influencers that have these large followings of fans that would love to meet and talk to and interact with these people. And so with our latest launch today with Amouranth, one of the top Twitch streamers in the world, we're sort of further defining this new era of AI to human interaction where you can interact with an AI copy of the person you admire most.
How do you, in fact, some of the technology behind this, John, just ultimately, how are you producing these voices? What sets you apart from others?
So what we've done here is we've taken a baseline large language model and we've applied these proprietary layers on top of that we built, such as a personality engine that develops these, immerse deep personalities of AIs, in this case, Amouranth or Karen that we launched last week, where they exhibit feelings. They can connect with you on a deep level. They can share insights. So that's what our personality engine does. And then we also have our voice engine, which is really powerful. So that allows us to take really just about 10 minutes, let's say, of audio of an influencer that we sign a deal with, where we're getting their rights to their likeness and voice, and actually replicate their voice in AI form to democratize access to their fan base trying to interact with them.
John, you share an emotive story as to why you first started this, wanting to continue a relationship in an AI form with your late father. A similar story for the founder of Replica and her lost friend in a car crash. Now, a lot of Replica's viewpoint is this is about mental health as well as having companionship. But I'm interested in the safeguards that you put in place, because ultimately, if you're, as you say, blurring the lines between reality and virtual interaction, there must be some superfans who get a bit confused here.
Absolutely. So what we've done is, as the conversations with our AIs develop, if you're speaking to, our Karen AI, or today now with Amouranth from Twitch, what we've done is we've implemented procedures that have automatic detection of a variety of situations, from mental health situations to overuse. And so the AI will actually, in real time, either slow the conversation down if a conversation's going too long, or if it appears someone might be getting, let's say, addicted. And then what we've also done is built a mental health engine to detect various states of depression, anxiety, and soon to be even cases of bipolar disorder among users, so that we can in real time connect them with human therapists and human-ran emergency hotlines if it's ever needed.
Totally can understand the building of the business for Amouranth, for example, on OnlyFans, already just supplementing how much she can go out and build and profit from this. But who else are you speaking to, and how many actually celebrities are worried about their voices being generated without their rights involved? How are people trying to get ahead of the curve with it?
Well, before this whole story went viral last week of us at Forever Voices AI turning, the first influencer into an AI girlfriend, we've seen hundreds of other influencers and celebrities reach out in a matter of, the first 48 hours. And so there's been a bit of a transformation over this last 7 to 10 days since this whole story went around the world, that has opened up people's minds to the idea of replicating themselves in AI form, not only as a means of adding additional revenue to your content creator business, but as a way, again, of interacting with fans in this entirely new way via, this immersive two-way audio experience, and even soon to be video as well.
Your original business, did you have rights to those celebrities when you were building those voices?
So what we started with Forever Voices was really a series of demos that leveraged the technology to show the world what is possible. And so what we've done is we've simply donated any proceeds from, let's say, an unlicensed demo of, let's say, Grimes before we get a deal done with her, to charity. But the core of our business is through these signed license deals with influencers and celebrities such as the one we're announcing today with Amouranth.
Okay, so Grimes, there's a hint there, there's discussions. What about your own discussions? What about your own fundraising? Because I'm sure there might have been a few VCs picking up the phone to you as well as celebrities.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a week. I mean, we've been in touch with everyone from Index to Benchmark and so on, and we are in a position now where we're really turning this into a hyper scalable business where we see a future in the very near future, and I'm talking next 2 years, where every significant influencer that is looking to make a living off of content or let's say YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, what have you, will raise their hand up and say, I want to create an AI version of myself. We see every influencer having these in the next 1 to 2 years.